It was
okay.
excellent.
Let's take a look at Governor. We make that distinction. Let's go to Governor Bobby+Jindal of Louisiana.
Oh boy!
Boy, what a strange thing. Franklin Roosevelt once said, "Don't mention rope in a family where there's been a hanging." For some reason, Bobby+Jindal mentioned Katrina. Here he is.
Crazy.
So where we agree, Republicans must be the president's strongest partners. And where we disagree, Republicans have a responsibility to be candid and offer better ideas for a path forward. Today in Washington, some are promising that government will rescue us from the economic storms raging all around us. Those of us who lived through Hurricane Katrina, we have our doubts.
I don't get it. Michelle, you first. Is he making fun of the incompetence and the distraction of President George W. Bush during Hurricane Katrina when he was required to be given a DVD late in that week to tell him what he'd missed on television? What is he criticizing? Is he criticizing government or presidents or what?
Surprisingly, I'm going to come to Bobby+Jindal's defense on this point.
Oh boy.
This is very interesting. I'm a person of color. He's a person of color. We are both children of immigrants. Immigrants have a very different look and outlook about the proper role of government. A lot of immigrants that you will meet have come from countries where they see that big government can do absolutely horrible things. And I think if you can look at it from that perspective, what he was saying, as I saw as a black person watching all of those black people drown during Hurricane Katrina, is that you better take personal responsibility and take care of yourself, because if you're going to wait for the government to do it, you could die. That's what he was saying tonight. That's what I took from it.
I appreciate your perspective.
Well, of course you didn't take it like that, but that's how I took it.
You took it as a failure of personal responsibility and not to rely on government, but...
No, not a failure of personal responsibility, but to never be put in the trap of thinking you don't have anything to worry about, your government will always take care of you. Most black people will say to you, they turned on the television, they looked at what was happening during Katrina, and that our government, it wasn't just that our government didn't want to take care of us, but they couldn't.
Where is that community that believes that the federal government will always take care of them?
Yeah, nobody believes that.
There are a lot of people. They're just not on the show.
Like that. But go ahead, Joan, your thought here.
The government let black people drown, Michelle. I mean, come on.
I just said that. I watched it in horror. It's why I don't trust government.
God forbid that any of us are left unprepared, lose a job. That's the difference between Republicans and Democrats. Democrats are compassionate and know that many of us are one bad hardship away from tragedy. And we want the government to step in as the provider of last resort, to get at minimum, to get me off that roof. God forbid that happens to me. And so I think, I appreciate the immigrant perspective, and I actually think it's a really good point, but I think it's off in the case of Katrina. That was a catastrophe of government. That doesn't justify anybody's view of government. I think we can agree tonight a star was not born.
Okay, all right.
Sarah Palin is very happy.
Why do people who believe, like Governor Jindal, that all solutions to government problems lie at the local level, a local government, why don't they stay in local government? That's why. Why do they have ambitions to rule?
Make it the best local government.
They don't believe the federal government should have to do anything. Anyway, thank you, Michelle Bernard. Thank you, Joan Walsh. We'll be right back. You'll be both back later in the show to talk about other things. We heard